I recently opened a client's Google Search Console and saw something that would scare most of the website owners, and that is zero index pages. At first, it looked like a Google had completely removed the website from its index, but within a few minutes, I realized that it wasn't actually the problem, and the fix had nothing to do with rankings, content, or backlink. So it was a simple WW versus non-WW migration issue. The website had originally been running on WW version for a while, and at some point, either the developer or SEO team had migrated the website to the non-WW version. The problem was that nobody seemed to realize how that would affect indexing reports inside the Search Console. So when the client saw zero index pages, naturally they thought the website had been de-indexed. Let me share what I first checked. The first thing I did wasn't the Search Console. I quickly ran a site search in Google with the site colon operator. The Google has said this isn't a 100% reliable way to measure indexing, but in most cases, it gives you a pretty good indication of whether page is indexed or not. And immediately, I could see multiple pages showing up in the Google. So at that point, I knew that the website wasn't actually de-indexed. Something else was happening. After seeing the pages in Google Index, I started checking a few technical signals and I checked canonical tags, sitemap URLs, redirects, and internal links. And within a few minutes, the pattern became obvious. Everything was pointing to the non-WW variant. The sitemap, the canonicals, the redirect, the internal links. That's when I realized that the website had been migrated from WW to non-WW. After I explained what I found, the client asked a very common question. If the website was originally on www, should we switch it back to www? And honestly, that's a logical question. Most people assume that because Google indexed the www variant before, going back must be safest option. But SEO migrations don't work that way. Before recommending anything, I wanted to know which variant Google considered the primary variant today. So I checked index URL, search console data, backlink canonical tags, sitemap URLs, and redirect behaviors. And what I found was that Google had already started treating the non-WW variant as the preferred variant. The migration had already happened and Google was already processing it, and the website technical signals were already aligned around non-WW variant. At that point, switching back to WW would create another migration, and every migration introduced risks. Google would need to process another round of redirects, another round of canonical changes, another round of index updates. So instead of creating second migration, I recommended stabilizing the current setup. The fix was actually very simple. I verified that all WW URLs redirected to the non-WW already, canonical tags pointing to the non-WW, sitemap URLs used non-WW, internal links used non-WW, and Search Console was tracking the correct property. And once everything was aligned, Google had a very clear signal about which variant should be indexed. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in SEO. People ask which is better for SEO, either www or non-WW. And the answer is neither. Google does not give ranking advantage to either variant. What matters is consistency, one preferred variant, one set of redirects, one sitemap, one canonical signal, and that's what helps search engine understand your website properly. And that website wasn't de-indexed, that website wasn't penalized, and the pages were still indexed. They were simply being indexed under a different variant of the domain. And because we avoided another unnecessary migration, we reduced the risk and kept the site signal consistent. So if you were thinking about changing from WW to non-WW or the other way around, do not ask which variant is better for SEO. Ask which variant Google already recognizes as a primary variant, because the real SEO mistake usually isn't choosing WW or non-WW. It's changing back and forth after Google has already processed the migration. I am Bilal Ahmed, an SEO consultant specializing in technical SEO, indexing issues, and website migrations. I regularly share real SEO problems, real fixes, from client's website. So follow for more practical SEO insights.